Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Janowitz, the founder and clinic director here of Synergy Oviedo Chiropractic. Now, in our practice over the past 20 years, we have seen thousands of patients presenting with disc herniations. And one of the number one questions we get asked is, how does the disc herniate? And so to answer that question, you have to realize that a disc herniation is a biomechanical problem that has a neurological consequence. Let me explain that to you. So the normal alignment of the spine obviously should be nice and straight from front to back. From the side, you should actually have curves, a forward curve, a backwards curve, and a forward curve in the lower back. Now those curves act as a shock absorber to allow us to handle the forces of gravity. Now, the vertebrae are here, and in between the vertebrae are the discs. There's 24 vertebrae, and then the discs are the pads or shock absorbers in between. Now, when your body's in good alignment, there is an equal amount of force on the discs, and so they shouldn't break down, tear, or herniate. Now, the also that you want to realize is that when you have good alignment, the weight is on the joints themselves and not so much on the disc as well. So problems occur through either a physical trauma, something sudden like a car accident, or something repetitively like sitting in front of a computer or a laptop or cell phones. So repetitive stresses or a physical trauma like a car accident or a sports injury can cause the bones then to shift out of position. That shifting or misalignment is called subluxation, but when you have that, that puts abnormal stress on the joints, but it also puts abnormal stress on the discs. So when that disc gets an abnormal stress, it's going to break down prematurely. Think about this. Think about a tire that is out of alignment in your car. Well, the tire is going to bald unevenly because it's going to have a different force on there. Well, that breakdown is called disc degeneration, but that breakdown can also cause tearing or cause unequal pressure, causing a disc herniation. Let me show you by looking at a disc anatomy in more detail. So let's talk about the anatomy a little bit more detailed. So this is a vertebra here, and a disc. So there's one here and one here. This is the spinal cord going down, and then these are the nerves that come out. In this case, this is a low back spine, and this is the nerves going down your legs, causing things like sciatica. Now, looking at the disc itself, the disc is composed of two aspects. You have a hard cartilage rings called the annulus, and then a jelly center called the nucleus. Now, you can see these are concentric rings. Now, what occurs is through different traumas, you get tearing in those rings. Those tearing in those rings can eventually reach the last segment here, and then that can cause what's called a disc herniation. Let me show you here. This is an example of it's called a central disc herniation, where now it has breached this last ring and now is going through and affecting the nerve tissue. That's why I said it's a biomechanical problem caused by a misalignment or a trauma. Then what happens causes an abnormal stress, causing the disc to tear, and then it can affect the neurological tissue. So this example is going more central. This is an example that we commonly see in practice where it actually goes out to the side. So this is called a lateral herniation. These are things that you will see in an MRI report. And so that then affects the nerve coming down here, and then again going down, say, your leg, or going down your arm, or even going up and causing things like headaches as well. So this is what a disc herniation looks like. This is how it can affect the nerves because it goes into that space. And again, it's oftentimes caused by abnormal stresses, either through a trauma or through repetitive issues over time. Hope that gives you a lot of information. Please look at our other videos about disc problems in our library. Thank you.